Alex Weicker here, owner and principal attorney at Amigos Immigration Law and Services. Today I'm here to talk to you about whether a fiancé visa is going to be the right choice for you, or if maybe you should pursue an immigrant visa or the one-step adjustment of status. Now, for context, this discussion usually comes up whenever a client calls me up and says, "Hey, I'm in this relationship with this really great person who lives abroad, and we're thinking about getting married. They want to come here to live and get a green card, but we don't know the best way to do this. Okay, should we get married now, or should we wait and do it later after we do a fiancé visa?" So there are certain advantages and disadvantages to each option. The three options being the fiancé visa, the immigrant visa, or maybe the one-step adjustment of status. So I would say that which one is going to be the best fit for you is going to depend on your personal circumstances, okay? So hopefully the video will help you out in deciding that. And if not, I would highly advise that you talk to an immigration attorney about it. So first of all, the advantages of the fiancé visa. So first of all, you do not have to be married to start the process. That's great for a lot of people who aren't exactly sure that they want to get married, or if perhaps it is difficult to get married right now. So maybe it's not so easy to go to that person's country and get legally married. It would be better if they came to the United States and did the process here. So if you don't have to get married now, you can start immediately as long as you meet the other requirements for the fiancé visa, such as, having met in person in the last 2 years, you guys vow to get married within 90 days of arrival, and you're a United States citizen. Now, another advantage of the fiancé visa is that it is generally slightly faster to get the immigrant to the United States versus the spousal immigrant visa. Not only for the spousal visa, you have to get married first, which would, the best case scenario usually take a couple months to get that process finalized before you can start. And additionally, the processing times for the fiancé visa to get the person here are going to be a bit faster than it would take to get that immigrant visa in your hand to come to the United States. The fiancé visa is a 3-step process. You filed a petition. After the petition is approved, it goes to the Department of State and you apply for the fiancé visa. Once that visa is approved after the interview, the person then comes to the United States. You have 90 days to get married. If you get married in 90 days, you can apply for the green card. So the process to get the person here is faster than the immigrant visa. But on the downside, for the fiancé visa, it takes longer to actually get that green card because, they may get to the US faster, but then they have to apply for the green card, and that extra green card process, may take another year or so. But the fiancé petition, you don't really know how long it's going to take. I have cases that it takes a year to get that fiancé petition approved. Sometimes though, I've been getting it in a couple months. So it may be much faster than the spousal petition or the I-130. Another advantage of the fiancé visa is that you can file, if the foreign national has children that are minors, you can file one fiancé petition and all of the minors can be included in it. So you only need one petition. Whereas with a spousal petition, if there are minor children involved, you have to file a separate petition with a separate filing fee for every single minor. And then they have separate visa application as well. The final advantage of the fiancé visa is that the petition itself is more straightforward and easier than the spousal petition. Okay, you just have to prove a couple things for the fiancé petition, whereas with the immigrant petition, the spousal petition, you're going to have to prove that it is a bona fide marriage, which sometimes it can be difficult to do if you're living in different countries, to prove the bona fides of a marriage, communications, photographs, property ownership, and so on. Not everybody has that. As far as the disadvantages of the fiancé visa, I would say that it still takes a while to get that person here. It may take more than a year for the fiancé to be able to come to the United States with that visa in hand. And then it's even longer to actually get that green card. Another disadvantage is that the process is going to be more expensive than an immigrant visa process, because you got 3 steps. You're going to have 3 rounds of fees that you're going to have to pay to various government agencies. It's a bit more expensive. Another disadvantage is that the immigrant is going to be stuck in the United States while that green card is pending. So after you get married and you file for the green card, then you have to wait in the United States, and the immigrant can't really leave the United States until they process the green card, unless they file for something called advanced parole, which is like a travel permit. Okay, you can do that, and actually they're processing those faster and faster these days, but there is an additional filing fee that you have to pay for that travel permit if that person wants to leave the United States while the green card application is pending. And again, green card application may take a year or so to process. So that's another disadvantage. However, with the spousal visa, if you do that, as soon as that person gets issued the spousal visa, and after the interview, they come to the United States, they are immediately a permanent resident. They have to wait for the green card to come in the mail, but they're a permanent resident with all the rights and privileges that come along with that. There is a third process. Is called adjustment of status. Now, if the foreign national is able to travel to the United States, for instance, on a tourist visa or student visa or something like that, or if they're already in the United States, the U.S. citizen, the foreign national, can get married in the United States, and they can, possibly do a one-step process where after marriage, they file for a green card in a process called adjustment of status. Adjustment of status is definitely the fastest way to file for the green card, but not every foreign national is able to get to the United States ahead of time. For a lot of countries, it's not easy to get a non-immigrant visa to come here. Just one other thing that I want to add. A lot of people ask, since these processes, may take a year or more to get the visa and come to the United States, people want to know about travel during the process. A lot of time, I think it's okay to travel, particularly the U.S. citizen can travel to the foreign national's country, no problem. Now, if the foreign national has a tourist visa, they can travel to the United States while the petitions are pending, whether it's a spousal visa or a fiance visa. They can come to the United States. I recommend they have a return ticket. They plan on returning to their country and not staying. But it's generally okay until you get to the actual after you file the actual visa application. But anyway, I hope this has been helpful. Hope it clears up some of the confusion and helps you decide which process might be the best fit for you. If you have additional questions, please feel free, shoot me an email, shoot me a text. The information should be below the video. Thank you.